Educating the educated, challenging the system and what dictates what it means to be an educated person. We are born, we play, we go to school for 12 plus years, we work, we retire, then we live out the rest of our life. Along the way, we have experiences and learn, allowing us to grow and shape ourselves. But where do our foundations lie? When we need to fix a mass issue, or who and what do we turn to? Education. Yep, that's right. The most untrusted and tested institution we turn to shape our children's young minds. Since the Reagan administration's A Nation at Risk report, the distrust in Americans have for their school systems grew substantially. Business leaders, state governors, and officials felt as though American students were not educated sufficiently enough for high-skilled jobs, nor were they ready to compete in a global marketplace. To combat this problem, reform actions were made, implementing national standards, testing, and accountability. All of these reforms and critiques, and yet we're still missing something. We are still facing climate change and other environmental issues. Carbon dioxide emissions, methane emissions, deforestation, and chemical fertilizers. The brightest minds continue to not only create, but promote the continuation of these things killing our planet. Look at the BP oil spill, for example, which was in the hands of some of the most seemingly educated engineers, scientists, and business people. So how does this happen? Well, in America, we teach to these tests, further losing the connection with the roots of education and the environment. Now, you're probably thinking, a tree-loving hippie here to lecture me. And yes, I will challenge your education because although ready to compete in a global economy, we're not ecologically literate. America, much like other developed countries, is working on a fast-paced, instant gratification consumer clock. Philosophers, writers, and scientists such as John Dewey, David Orr, and Wendell Berry have all warned us about what this kind of education system can do to our overall knowledge of life. When everything is fast-paced, teach to the test, we lack the understanding that all systems are connected. When we do not understand the connection, we do not teach it to our students. The economy works within societies which work in the environment. A solution offered is sustainability, more specifically in our education systems. Sustainability is the simultaneous pursuit of human health and happiness, environmental quality, and economic well-being for current and future generations. Through the teaching of sustainability, we tackle social, economic, and environmental issues. The global goals in order include no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, and affordable and clean energy. Note that the top 5 goals are all social goals. When asked how to solve these goals, what do people say? Again, we say education. John Dewey challenges the idea that teachers don't have time to implement moral ideas, and Orr explains that morality can be taught by connecting us through sustainability and education. What many education reform efforts neglect, and what many Americans neglect to consider, is that not everyone begins at the same starting line. The students who are below poverty come to school hungry, which affects their health. So even if given a quality education, something is always going to be missing for them. Sustainability in education allows for students to reach into the environment, reconnect to it, and understand that we all come from the same land, even if we have differences. Understanding our common ground creates a deeper appreciation for life and empathy for our fellow beings. Formal Western education tends to do is create the idea in our society that if you're not educated in this exact way, you are uneducated. Then a winner-loser mentality is created. And some of the most educated people do not want to share their knowledge with those who are lesser. South Bronx educator Stephen Ritz decides to take charge. All of his students are either handicapped or homeless, living below poverty level. Ritz decided to build a portable garden, then he taught his students how to. The invention expanded, and now students from the poorest congressional district in America have a hands-on learning experience, which they now get paid to do. From Ritz, we learn how the conventional Western education system is not always the answer. These students are being educated on environment and also on the basic concepts while giving back to their school, then to their communities, and then turning their knowledge into jobs that feed into the economy. So think for a moment, what are we really being educated for? To make money? But at the end of the day, what does making money do? If we have all the money and all the things in the world, but no morality and no connections and no planet to live on, what is all this education for? What did we really do to value life, the environment, and those who come after us? Pass the test?